I stood in the cold kitchen, my fingers numb from washing dishes. The dirty water clung to my skin and my stomach growled. I had not eaten since morning. My stepfather's children had left their plates on the table, full of leftovers, meat and vegetables. But I dare not touch them. My mother would know. She always knew. Before she married Mr. Banda, my mother and I lived in a small hut. Life was hard, but she loved me. She combed my hair, sang me to sleep, and shared every little meal we had. But when she became Mrs. Banda, everything changed. She told me I was not a child anymore. You must work for your place in this house, she said. At first, I thought she meant helping with small chores, but soon I was doing everything: cooking, scrubbing floors, washing clothes, and taking care of my stepfather's 3 children. Mr. Banda was a rich man, but he was cruel. He never looked at me except when he wanted to give orders. His children treated me like a servant. They dirtied everything on purpose so that I would have to clean them. They laughed when I walked past, whispering to each other about my torn clothes and bare feet. My mother did not stop them. She only watched with cold eyes. The worst day of my life was when my mother slapped me in front of them. I had broken a plate. It was an accident. My hands were wet. The dish slipped. The sound of the slap echoed in the kitchen. My face bent, but my heart hurt more. She looked at me like I was nothing, like I was just a maid. Days turned into weeks. My hands became rough. My back always ached, and hunger became my friend. At night, I slept on the cold floor near the kitchen, wrapped in an old blanket. My mother slept in a soft bed beside her rich husband. I wanted to run away, but I had nowhere to go. My real father had died long ago, and the village people would only send me back. I had no choice but to endure. One day, as I scrubbed the veranda, my mother's eyes met mine. For a moment, I thought I saw something: guilt and regret. But then she walked away. I realized that the mother I knew was gone. Years passed and I grew older. I learned to be silent, to keep my pain inside. But deep down, I knew that one day I would leave. And when I did, I would never come back. One evening, I overheard Mr. Banda talking to my mother in hushed tones. She's grown now, he said. We can't keep feeding her for free. Find her a husband or send her away. My heart pounded. I was not even 17. The thought of being married off like an unwanted burden made my stomach twist. But my mother only nodded. She did not defend me. She did not say I was still a child. That night I crept out. I walked and walked, leaving behind the house that had never been a home. I reached a village where a kind old man selling bananas by the roadside took me in. I worked for her, helping her sell fruits in exchange for food and a safe place to sleep. Months passed and I saved every coin she gave me. I still dreamed of going to school. One day I heard of a place in the next town where young girls were given a chance to learn. My heart leapt with hope. I thanked the old woman and set off once again. I did not know what awaited me, but I knew one thing: my past would not define my future. I would write my own story, far from the cruelty of my mother's house. Years passed. I stood in front of a classroom, holding a book in my hands. I had become a teacher. I studied, worked hard, and built a new life. The scars of my past remained. but they no longer controlled me. I had my own home, my own dignity, and the love of people who truly cared for me. Then one day, fate brought my mother back into my life. News spread that Mr. Banda had lost all his wealth. He had made bad business decisions, and when the money was gone, he turned his anger towards my mother. He beat her, blamed her, and eventually threw her out. She had nowhere to go. She had no one. She came looking for me. When I saw her, she was thin. Her once beautiful clothes now torn and dirty. Her face was tired, and her eyes held sorrow. She fell to her knees before me. "Please, my daughter, forgive me," she sobbed. "I have nothing left." I stared at her, remembering the years of suffering, the nights I cried myself to sleep, the way she treated me like a maid, not a daughter. A part of me wanted to turn away, but another part of me knew that I had already won. I had built my life despite everything she had done. I took a deep breath and looked at her. "I forgive you," I said, but my voice was firm. "But I cannot take care of you." Tears streamed down her face as she realized the truth. The daughter she had abandoned had risen above her pain, and now she had to live with the consequences of her choices. As I walked away, I felt no hatred, only peace. I had built a future that no one could take away from me, and for the first time, I was truly free.